Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Cardano. Once again, thank you for your continued support, okay? Really do appreciate it. I just want to give a shout out to this guy, Vegas Dave, okay? Please do head over to his Instagram right now. He's got 3.6 million followers. Not that he doesn't need any more, but he gave me a shout out yesterday on his show, and I really appreciate that, mate. Thank you for the shout out, and thank you for showing people the segment of video right there. It was great. Thank you for your support and the nice, kind comments as well. Really do appreciate it. Now, this guy has made a fortune betting basically and believing in his gut, and he's got a gut feeling, okay, that we're going to have a bit of a crash for crypto. And you know what, so far today, you know, his gut's ringing true, isn't it? So do follow this guy. It's Vegas Dave. I'll drop the link in the Cardano video today, so do please head over to his Instagram, give him a follow and get involved in his community right there. And yeah, follow the guy. He's very knowledgeable and he knows his stuff effectively, and he trusts his gut, and look how far he's got with his gut. So that's great. So right now I'm just going to jump back into Cardano, and so with Cardano then you can see that we've broken out this horizontal triangle, symmetrical triangle effectively on the 8 hourly time frame. Just there you can see Cardano broke out, back tested support, continuation before it's ran into a level of resistance right there and start to roll back. And obviously Bitcoin's corrected, and this is why you're seeing Cardano roll back as well. But there is another pattern here that's emerging, okay, and I'm going to show you this. Effectively, this is why you run into this level of resistance right here for Cardano. It's a rising wedge basically. Now if you do start to see Cardano pick up again just here, okay, because you can see you found a level of support just here of this support line, okay, of this symmetrical triangle right here. If you do start to see Cardano come back up and start to break out again, it does need to break this level of resistance right there, because if it doesn't, this is where you could see Cardano come back and lose support, okay, of this support line just here. I'm going to show you this, okay. This is where you could see Cardano lose support, okay, of this rising wedge. Do you see this? It finds itself in, because if it does, you're looking at a correction right here for Cardano back down to where it formed the base of the wedge, which is just here, okay. So this is where you could see Cardano have a bit of a rollover right there, and if it was to correct from there right now and lose this support of this upper trend line, okay, this is where you could see a whopping 28% correction right there for Cardano. And not only that, you would be falling out of this ascending this symmetrical triangle as well for Cardano, and that does have a breakout target as well, okay, and this is the breakout target. Obviously if you do start to see Cardano fall out of that particular level right there, wherever it is in the apex, you know, wherever it is, if it was to fall out here or there, then this is where you could see Cardano come down to sort of walk towards 82 cents, okay, in this bull market. Now it wouldn't be a bad thing. It just means it's a double correction, so to speak, for Cardano, and you sort of ABC correction right there. Do you see that for Cardano? Because this effectively would be the A wave like this. So you got this A, and then sort of B, and then a C wave like that. Do you see that? So basically an ABC correction for Cardano, which again is perfectly normal because it's part of Elliott wave theory right there, you know. So do anticipate that. If you do start to see the fallout of support just here for Cardano of this support line of this, not only the sort of symmetrical triangle that's found itself in and broken out of key level resistance just there, but it's also in a rising wedge. So you see this rising wedge pattern that's starting to form just there for Cardano. So even if you did start to see the pickup, if it got rejected at that level there, start to lose support just here, then you would see Cardano come down to this particular level here, okay. And that's the truth of it, unfortunately, because you are breaking out of this larger symmetrical triangle pattern, which is, you know, if you do Google it, it is a continuation pattern, okay, effectively. Just here we've got the break, beautiful, but you can see what you've done. You've come up and you've hit a level of resistance, and that resistance is the upper resistance of this rising wedge that Cardano's in. Now, I know that's a bit of a mess, but I hope you understand what I'm saying, okay. So what we do need to see for Cardano is break this resistance right now, okay. Obviously you don't want to see it lose support, because if you lose support you go short. You're fully aware of that, because if you do lose support right there, you are looking at a massive correction, you know, down to there of around 50% for Cardano, carrying out that symmetrical triangle pattern. Do you see that continuation pattern? You know, it's a continuation. You've come into it, come down into it, you know, you're breaking out of the support of it, boom, see you later, down at 82 cents. Now if you did start to come back up for Cardano like this, you found the level of support, because you see you're getting a little bit of support right here, but you are under the EMAs, which is not a good thing, because the more you hit under them, hit your head on them, you're going to fall out of this support, potentially coming back down to these levels here. Do you see this? So to invalidate this particular pattern at the moment, you've got to come up and you've got to break this level of resistance of this rising wedge that you find yourself in. You see this rising wedge, okay? because it looked golden here, didn't it? It looked golden, but you've come up and you've hit your head. Scratching your head, why? Because you're in a rising wedge. Rising wedge are respectively reversal patterns, okay? They come back to where they're formed from, i.e. this level here. So this is where you may see Cardano come down and bounce. On the first leg down is $1.17 roughly. Get the bounce, start to pick up, but then projectively it's carrying out its actual pattern projection, which is obviously the continuation of the symmetrical triangle right there. So what you do need to see is the break of this level of resistance for Cardano, okay? It does need to break this level of resistance, and obviously because it's an ascending trend line, okay, and an inclining trend line, you do need to come to your charts and see this level for yourself, because if you do start to break it, obviously, and do something like this, this is where you could see a lovely break up to the upside for Cardano, and it would be something like this, okay? You do start to break that level of resistance right there. This is where you could see continuation and Cardano going on and making them new highs right there. So it's a decisive time. It's a very, very important time for Cardano at the moment. Okay, you've got to keep an eye on these levels of resistance right here for Cardano. Again, I'll just clarify that if you do start to see Cardano break this level of resistance on the rising wedge, okay, this is where you're going to see Cardano march on and come up towards this level there. You see that $2.48, and that would be a lovely long opportunity right there of around about 34%. So yeah, that's Cardano in a nutshell. It's had a little bit of a breakdown. Here's holding the key level support. You are under the EMAs, which is not a good thing, and if you remain under them and hit your head, then you're potentially falling out of this pattern and going to carry out the forecasts of the pattern, okay? So like I said to you, the pattern that's in play is valid until invalidated away. We're back tomorrow with another update on Cardano, everyone. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay tuned. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.